When I drive through the gates, I just feel this release.
It's peaceful.
There's a sense of peace. There's a sense of God.
It's spiritual.
It renews my soul.
It's health for the soul.
It's timeless.
I think it's important to come to a place like Malvern with the beautiful scenery, all the acres. It's just an amazing thing, and it helps you feel so close to Jesus.
You're sharing your faith with all those who you're with.
This is a place that has been touched by God.
Malvern to me means I can just be with Christ.
How many have profited from coming here?
In a way, we all belong to the retreat house.
Celebrate the legacy of faith that is the Malvern Retreat House.
And bring us to everlasting life.
Since 1912, the Malvern Retreat House has provided a haven for personal reflection and spiritual growth.
What brings me back year after year is the inner reflection I get when I'm able to come here.
These grounds can feel wondrous, as inspirational today as when the first retreatants walked here so many years ago.
You really start reflecting on yourself and your relationship with the Lord.
This is a great place to come and recharge your batteries.
It is without question the best experience you will ever have.
It's extremely enriching, inspiring in many ways.
Hopefully we'll be able to give them a new experience of their faith that they haven't had before, and that they'll be able to leave and bring an energized faith back to their lives, back to their families, back to their churches.
This is a story not just of bricks and mortar, but one of a journey of faith by countless individuals whose imprints have made the Malvern Retreat House the spiritual sanctuary that it is. Malvern's a remarkable story. I mean, this was started by men who had no guarantee that this would take off. 100 years is, I think, a testament to the commitment of laity.
We've been blessed with the strength of the Holy Spirit to get us through troubling times. We've been through depressions, we've been through wars, we've been through this latest, greatest depression, and each time we've come out of it stronger and stronger. The vision of Malvern began with John Furrick, a Philadelphia businessman who had attended a spiritual retreat at Mount Manresa in Staten Island, New York in 1912. Furrick was so inspired by his experience that he became determined to create that same opportunity in Philadelphia. With the help of Father Henry Drumgoole, the Layman's Retreat League was formed. The first retreats were held at St. Charles Borromeo Seminary in the late summer of 1913. That first summer, 150 retreatants came to St. Charles. By 1918, attendance had grown to over 500. With St. Charles Seminary no longer able to accommodate the numbers of men who wanted the retreat experience, then Archbishop Dennis Doherty urged the League to procure a retreat house of its own. Legend has it that St. Joseph guided them to the property in Malvern. They searched over 100 properties and couldn't find the right property. They had an address in Malvern. They couldn't find the actual address in 1921. So they stopped at the general store as part of the story, and they spoke to a fellow on the outside the store who said, well, I don't know where that property is, but if you go up Warren Road, there's a house at the top of the hill where they're a good Catholic family, and they might sell you the place. They knocked on the door, they told the people what they wanted. 4 hours later, they bought 57 acres of ground. They went back to thank the individual in town, couldn't find him. They went in, they asked the proprietor of the general store, who told them that, look, I grew up here, I live here, I own the store, I know everybody in town. There was no such fella as you described him. So they believed it was St. Joseph who guided them here. In the beginning, it was the Men of Malvern, fathers, sons, and grandfathers returning year after year, building tradition and a legacy of faith.
Early on when this place was open, crowds were very few, 20, 25. If you got up to 50, you really were a hero. The accommodations are totally different, obviously, here.
From 57 acres with a couple of buildings in 1921, Malvern Retreat House has grown into an expansive 125-acre campus with chapels and dormitories and meeting places. In the process, Malvern has become the largest lay-owned Catholic retreat house in the world. Over the years, there were many key contributors to Malvern. Among them, retreatant and Philadelphia builder John McShane. John and his wife, Mary Horseman McShane, helped construct and renovate several buildings on the grounds. John McShane, when he saw a need, he responded very generously.
We wouldn't be here today without a John McShane.
He just loved to come out here. It gave him life. It gave him energy.
John McShane had a distinct vision for Malvern. In 2000, Sister Pauline McShane of the Sisters of the Holy Child Jesus presented a gift to Malvern from her parents' estate which would take Malvern into the next 100 years.
My father gave generously to Malvern in order to enable it to expand, to have the facilities needed for a larger group of people.
The McShane Horstman Family Life Center is the realization of John McShane's dream.
It really has become the center of a renaissance for us, and we now host over 20,000 people a year as a result of this new facility.
We've actually expanded our mission. We've cast a wider net, so we have women's retreats, couples retreats, students retreats, and also special needs retreats, for example, unemployed or physically handicapped. So our mission has grown significantly over 100 years, and we're very proud of that. And we're looking, obviously, to grow even further as we move on to our next 100 years.
Malvern is now positioned for the future as a place where men, women, teenagers, and families can come to find and know God.
The old line, "This isn't your father's Cadillac," well, this is not your father's retreat house in some ways. We still have the traditional buildings and the traditional programs, which are very much a part of our legacy here. But this enabled us to reach out to a greater number of people with more modern amenities.
The deepening of spirituality lies in the hands of the lay ministry. Malvern is the perfect example of the laity, joining with clergy and religious to lead the way in nurturing faith and the future. The lay involvement in the church is going to grow exponentially. A place like Malvern that highlights the laity, empowers the laity, strengthens the laity, is going to be an important factor in the future of the church.
Our goal would be to challenge these retreatants to go out and be better Catholic leaders, to play a bigger role in their parishes and their community.
From the chronicles of the past and into the future of faith, Malvern is timeless, as is its simple greeting, Prosit.
When you say the word prosit, it identifies you as a person of Malvern uniquely, not unlike a secret handshaker for fraternity or whatever. But it also expresses the wish that whatever we've done benefits not only us, but the church in general, and to the glory of God, bottom line. So it's a one-word salutation, meaning may it benefit.
100 years of helping people strengthen their relationship with God is certainly cause for celebration. And the anniversary of Malvern is also a grand opportunity to attract more retreatants and to build for the future.
During the past 100 years, we've had 1 million retreatants come here. We really just scratched the surface. We still realize that we could do a far better job of getting out the message of Malvern.
It's a place where you can get together with other people, young people your own age, and celebrate our faith.
We're more committed to really reaching out to the larger community, to develop programs that are responsive to the individual needs of people in a very active world and a very active lifestyle.
Now is a time to rejoice not just for the 100 years of Malvern, but the continued success of finding God here for years and years to come.
This is going to provide people with something that maybe they're not finding but searching for, and to provide them a very positive human as well as spiritual experience here at Malvern.
It's a place of joy and social gathering. Once I leave this place, I feel rejuvenated.
There's something special here.
The soul just kind of goes for it. We need to pass this spirit on to every human being that we come in touch with.
Come and join us.